apple you.
Hi, Nick CT. Why is the new Fortnite season peak? Hello, IR. I didn't give you permission to stream over to end. Guys, my Wrapped was like, I don't know what to make of my Spotify Wrapped, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter, like, if you think about it, like we're not done evolving, so, like, we're all a temporary species, so why should I be worried about, like, the pain-pleasure reward in my Spotify Wrapped? Hi, Nick. That's fire. I missed you. Come true. You're right, Neb. Everything you say is right. I'm 15 minutes away from you. You're in Michigan right now? Crazy. I just put my water in a chest. I'm in Africa right now? What region? We should work to unite Africa. Well, I feel like the first step if we wanted to do that would be, like, getting all the, like, outside sources, like, out. Let's do it, Neb. People have, like, gone on too long, like, fucking around in Africa, right? Everything in Africa is everyone else's fault. Hi, Gosser. No more countries? Well, you see, a universal government would be fire. Can we pull that off in my lifetime? Hi, Glosser. You're so noob at Bed Wars now? Well, I've been playing Stardew, sorry. God forbid I prefer Stardew over some woke-ass Minecraft. They're called the Illuminati? Hit, Glosser. See, Glosser, this is the fire we've been missing. Hi, Flake. Is that the universal government? I feel like that's more of like a universal strong arm than a government. Can I ban Flake? Don't ban anybody, Glosser. We love Flake. I recall Ellie once sending me a screenshot of her being in bed with a guy, and having my stream up on the TV. So, do you even care about me if my stream isn't, like, up on a TV? 6'7". I keep saying 6'7". That's Nikki. Ah, 6'7". Glosser, you don't know all the other bits. Like 4-1. And 11. Ah, 11. Ah, 11, Glosser, 11. Oh, 11. Get a job? What if I had 11 jobs? Ah. I'm gonna go get with my girlfriend. I'm gonna go before my girlfriend thinks I'm infertile. You are infertile. Well, you have a Y chromosome, and the only, you know, if you have a Y chromosome, your whole life is just an elaborate dating ritual. Did you guys know that? That's what the black pill told me. I do have leather armor. Oh my god, that's my inventory. Whatever. I don't play this game. Would you do the reverse black pill? Bro, I fucking hate the black pill. I'm trying to have, like, Nikki do me a favor so, like, I can, like, laugh. Is weed legal in Florida? Probably not. It's fucking Florida. Don't talk about the black pill. Me and Jedi have spent so much time on and off arguing about, like, the concept of the black pill. Because, like, Jedi doesn't believe in it. He just, like, argues certain points about it, which is just like, okay, but I can't buy into that. And then it devolves down into, even if any of this, like, argument you're making is true, it's still a terrible, like, idea, because it's like, okay, like, just, like, we're just, like, you know, putting these, like, just a terrible way to cope. I don't know. So anytime the black pill comes up, PMO. Exactly, Neb! Neb, that's what I think about it. It's like, okay, so, like, I believe, like, a lot of, like, spaces in the manosphere, regardless of, like, the certain people you go to and talk to, is, like, it's already, like, deeply rooted in, like, you know, a disdain for women. Like, I find a hard time, like, disconnecting that from, like, a lot of these spaces in the manosphere, because, again, the reasoning for, like, their biggest gripe is always around, like, women. That's all, like, 90% of their, like, biggest gripes, so they, like, can't get with a woman. Like... So their way of just being miserable is just like being like, well, nothing I can do about it. Yeah, yeah. But then they just go like, well, nothing I can do about it. You know, it's just my genetics and shit like that. Like it's all predetermined, and it's like, yeah, like nice. Like that's like a conductive and, like, you know, useful thing to, like, say to yourself and other people. Like, you know, you're really trying to make yourself be better. Like, I mean, like, you wonder why you're struggling, you know, you're struggling while you're struggling to, like, make a connection or a relationship with somebody. And yet here you are, like, you know, just giving up on yourself. Which, again, I understand the feeling to want to give up on yourself. It's the issue of, like, wanting to drag other people down to your misery that bothers me so much. Like, that's what bothers me so much about it. Is, like, the whole culture is just, like, built on being miserable and, like, dragging as many people down to your misery. Yeah, I don't know. That's where it's like... Well, yeah, if you buy into the black pill, everything's predetermined and all this stuff. Hey, Jedi, I was talking about the black pill. I think Flake just sent me an image of him and his girlfriend face swapped, and now my day is ruined. He's been watching Suits. Gloss, are you watching any new shows now that you finished Suits? Oops. Bro. Wait. Estelle. Why are like temporary species like buying into the black pill like it even matters? Like think about it. Like what if I'm playing the new Clash Royale update and saying it's terrible, Neb? Is that okay? No, you cannot ban Jediah. New Clash update is ass so bad. I was like, meh. You know, like, but you know how Clash Royale works, is they add an update, and then whenever they do an update, they don't really care if the card's unbalanced, because then people are forced to, like, you know. God, that mini P.E.K.K.A card? Holy shit. Have been a little bit. It's dog? Not fun. Not fun to play against. I never played Clash. You love yourself, Neb. I started playing it on BlueStacks. So whenever I don't have anything to do on my PC, I just open BlueStacks. But I had to start using BlueStacks because I can't watch TikTok on my phone. My phone battery is so bad I can't, like, screen share TikTok on my phone. So whenever me and Nikki want to watch TikTok, I have to open BlueStacks. Estelle, we moved on from saying brutal. We're all converting to post-humanists now. You need metacognition. Anyone in chat of metacognition? Just played Clash brutal. I like my LARP. It's over, it's wraps. This guy's just better. Guys, I had a dream I got a puppy. Jediah. Glosser doesn't have metacognition. Why are you talking to him? Is Nikki not your puppy? What? How close are you to reaching Nirvana? You guys know the stream is... You guys know the stream I'm just using to study you guys for the scientists in 2050, right? I don't care. I don't care for my spiritual struggle. Oh my god. Nev, you're the best. 2026, we're all becoming post-humanists. Wow, no way, Jediah. No way I'm LARPing after some post-humanist. The concept of, like, being a post-humanist is too funny, Jediah. It's too fucking funny. I don't have shears. Why? Because it's, like, rooted in this, like, belief that, like, this idea that, like, he, like, knows something because he's just fully, like, in touch with the fact that, like, the world is gonna evolve past humans. Like, most humans know this and just, you know, decide to not think about it actively because if the world's gonna evolve past humans, what's the point in, like, thinking about it and talking about it? Just enjoy your life, like... I do say like a lot. I don't know any other filler words. And I'll forever be this way. I'm never gonna win a single game today. But it doesn't matter, I'm a Stardew player. Is that the new strat? I don't know, Jediah. I also think the concept of like calling yourself a posthumanist is really funny where it's like, okay, you're a posthumanist. So you know like you are very in touch with the fact that like, you know, the world's gonna go on without humans at some point. But why are you, like, feeling the need to tell everybody that so much to, like, make yourself, like, feel inferior and smarter? Like, what's it, like, I don't know, like... Is there not some, like, inferiority complex in the way he talks? Like, he uses, like, the biggest words possible to, like, send messages he just doesn't need to, like, send with the biggest words possible. Like, he needs to talk to people without metacognition with, like, you know, English. Yeah, acupuncture is, like, yeah, it's getting poked by needles. Oh. He doesn't feel there is no I, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but saying I don't feel, like, you know what, Jediah? He's right. Saying I don't feel is just rooted in some fake science. You can't, like... So, we can't take his word for it if he says I don't feel if psychology is a fake science anyways. He literally said psychology is a fake science. He said sociology and psychology is a fake science. Well, you're the one who said he doesn't feel. So why are you saying he doesn't feel if he never said that? Like, where are you getting that from? Your fake science? Because clearly he must feel. Neb, I gotta, like, find you one of the messages from, like, this comment section rant this, like, post-humanist guy goes on. And, like, it genuinely might be, like, one of the, like, best ways to, like, insult someone I've ever seen. You don't know that, though, Jediah. Jediah, it's the one where he, like... says, like, he fucking, he talks about, like, you know, like, having a child as, like, contributing to the algorithm. Like, that's the one thing I will say where it's, like, but the thing is, Jediah, too, where it's, like, he could type these insults as a normal person and they would still hit home, but he also types them like the biggest idiot ever. I'll just, like, I think I'll just read it after this, unless the words are too big. I feel like he's using AI. AI warning, Jedi. AI warning. Is my teammate coming with me, or is he just gonna stay in mid and die? He's too rich for me to let die. So I'm gonna die trying to save him. No good deed goes unpunished. Oops. Well, let me find the comment.
What?
He literally refers to himself as I in this message, Jediah. Oh my god, which message is it? Him calling humans merely experiences is so funny. Hi, brutal. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, let me find it. Saying it seems or I believe based on the confines of your pain, pleasure, reward, punishment, and self-preservation isn't isn't it a cogent analysis. He's so funny. I love this guy. Jedi, where the fuck is the message where like he says to like not contribute to the algorithm? Oh my god, I can't find it. Who are we talking about? Some posthumanist. What's the name of the guy? Charles von Bradford. It's my boy Charles von Bradford. Oh, Chavis. Sorry, I read it wrong. Wait. God, this short of him is like such a good is like such a good way to like expose him to the world. His outfit is like so fire. But also you can like tell his whole personality based from his outfit. Like look at this guy. Look at this guy, Neb.
Hello, I am Chavis von Bradford.
I don't know, but he has so much aura.
You do you, and I'll do me. And basically, they are saying
look at him.
Neurologically defective to do things based off of physics, chemistry, biology, and astronomy, and they prefer to do things based off of MSNBC, Fox News, CNN, Truth Social.
Wait, does he buy into astrology but doesn't buy into sociology and psychology?
Reddit, Discord, Twitch, Black Pride, White Pride,
Twitch!
If this is the case, you are the very reason why America is about to decay. And you should not get a passport or come to Zhonghua bringing your neurological defects to another country. Instead, ask yourself what you remember before you were born to understand that your pre-birth non-existence will be no different than your post-death non-existence. You are neurologically obsolete and you are only able to do things based off of your insula, amygdala, and anterior cingulate cortex. And you no longer have volition or free will to do otherwise.
He's so funny. Where it's like, of course, some of the things you're saying is probably true. I mean, everything everyone says is based in some truth, but it's so funny. He's not giving about y'all, not me though. Take care. One day I'll reach metacognition. Hey, Mim. Neb, if you want to follow his beliefs, step 1 is just to reach metacognition. That's the first step. Just reach metacognition, brutal. Oh, how's that guy still alive? I need to find the comment where he, like, fucking tells that guy to not contribute to the algorithm. How old do you think he is? Probably like 37. Actually, he's probably younger, let's be honest. I love Bob. Who's Bob? Who's in my doubles game? Well, his name is Chavis. Why are my diamonds getting robbed? Good ladder. Is their greed gonna be their demise? No, they have a bridge back. They stole a diamond gen too. They're doing capitalism better than me. Oops. I fucked up my movement. I'm a terrible player. Nice. Oh, my team had a terrible bridge. Fuck. Hey, GenCom. Why are these my normal Bedwars queues on a Wednesday? Oh my god. Wow, look at my teammate getting pressure. My teammate's the best player in the world. Shout out to Mim. I like when I get the elite name finds when I'm solo queuing. I'm always solo queuing. I don't know if I won a game yet. I'm a terrible player. Well, I'm a Stardew main, so it doesn't matter. I wish I could be wrapped around a tree. Why? Like a car? Yeah, I've been playing Stardew. Hello, twin. Like I'm skiing? and then I hit a tree and die. Sounds like a good idea. My aim is so bad. Now I'm just losing trades that don't make sense. I'm just a terrible player. And then I'm gonna get invis and we're gonna lose. No, I have to have a negative attitude. If I believe I'm gonna win, I'll lose. That's why I never once think I'm gonna win a game. My bed's so going here. Mim didn't win his 1v1. Mim didn't lose his second 1v1, or didn't win his second 1v1. Mim has so much aura, he had aura. Then he lost 2 1v1s. Now I'm losing those diamonds. And the gen, and everything. Do I have aura? Nah, Brenna. Wait, he skipped the diamonds? Question mark? A while. That's a subjective question, because some could argue my whole life. Like, that phrasing, right? Like, technically it's my whole life. I know, Brano. It's that question just, like, funny, because, like... It's not like you, like, just, like, start, like, you know... I don't know. It's not like it's some, like, phenomenon that makes it happen. Do they reset the points? Oh yeah, they reset the points. I don't even remember if I greenlighted that, but do I care? No, not really. You were pretty normal a couple months ago. You were pretty normal a couple months ago. Hey, Blockhead. I mean, we're a temporary species. Why should I be worried about some, like... Some Twitch points? I wish I had pots on my bar. Wait. Big ups, big ups, big ups! Wait, that's so helpful.
What?
Thanks for the follow, Blockhead. What the? Can I click? Thank you. Yeah, because he has aura, Jediah. I like how all my presents are ginormous. Could I fix that? 100%. Do I care? Nah. Oh, I'm out of fireballs. I'm just gonna have to waste a pearl here. Can they stop robbing me? Yeah, it is. It's Big Head. Yeah, I know. Thank God I have this NPC Eminem song playing. Oh! Wait, this is so funny. I shouted that after I died. That's so funny. It's a good song, just because you said I'm skipping it. Oh, fireplace, fireplace, fireplace! Oh my god, the best Bed Wars map ever. This is the only other good Bed Wars map. Well, technically it's better than the good Bed Wars map. This is the best Bed Wars map to ever be made. There's no better map than Fireplace. Yes, because the tree at mid is smaller. It's a Lightstone reskin. It's not LARP! Fireplace is literally better than Lightstone, and Lightstone's the best map. So, how is it not the best map? Yeah, the tree's smaller, you can see easier. There's just less leaves and foliage on the map. I used the big word, you're welcome. Yeah, now talk about LARP. How should I feel that, like, one of the boys my cousin was talking to, like, said something about, like, LARPing, and then, like, I instantly get, like, texted about it. Like, God forbid someone says LARPing. Like, I have to be known, like... I think my cousin, like, texted me that, and I was like, I must say LARPing too much. Like, that was like the deduction I got from it. I don't even LARP that much. Ignore my Discord name and my stream title. Don't even LARP that much. Well, you're a hacker, Gencom, so... Thanks for lurking. That's rude? Stating facts is rude? Do they get all the emeralds and then void? No, there's got 2 of the gens and then voided. I took the inefficient Lightstone route. Sorry, guys. I hope you guys don't click off the stream because I took the wrong route. Well, I mean, I was chasing somebody. That's why I took the wrong route. I'm just buying a pro. Who cares? It's Fireplace. I won't lose. I wanted to whip it out last game. I should have... Oh, wait, no. I picked the second diamond up, like, yeah. Thanks for shearing through all the blocks in the bridge, teammate. Worth it. I think he lived. That's the best part. Fireball jumped on him with everything on me and died. What's up, Danny? Guys, I'm having Stardew withdrawals. I think I've played like 30 hours of that game this week. Almost 30. This team's rich. Who made this team rich? Oh my god. How far into are you? I like just started like... I think right now I'm like summer 2nd year. There you go. You can use that as context to think about what I've done. Yeah, it's my first ever playthrough. Wow, I'm so poor. Why'd he void? I'm so thankful for him voiding me. Maybe because his teammate's like invis on my bed or something. No, I've not unlocked the Ginger Island. I didn't even know that was a thing. Wow, I hope I love it. Ah, that's nice. I haven't even unlocked the greenhouse yet. The poor get poorer? Well, this is why they want you to gamble. Do I buy Obby? Why not? If I don't buy Obby, am I even playing Fireplace? I need to whip out the Diamond Duper. I want sharpness. Why is everyone TPing? That guy's really good. Reese, when are we playing Fireplace? Never, because every time I say 1 out of 2 in the VC chat, you don't say anything. And now I'm retired from Bed Wars, so. Would you let me date your cousin? Sure, why not? What do you mean, let you date my cousin? Like, I don't know, Brandon, you seem like a fine guy. Like, I trust in my cousin's decision-making. I don't influence my cousin's dating decisions. Can I date your cousin? No. Can I date your cousin? Also no. I would let you date any of my cousins, but I wouldn't want to. Can I date your cousin? God, fuck no. No. See, look what you started, Brenna. Can Samath date your cousin? Yes. Swing what way? Wouldn't that be straight, Brenna? But you're probably right. Thank God for the head hitter. Well, I'm not in the military. Well, yeah, my cousin's free to make her own dating decisions, but she was gonna date somebody who I knew and didn't think was a good partner, I would say something. But the idea of would I let somebody date my cousin is a silly, like, preposition. That's like treating as if my cousin's hand in dating is one for me to give. Who am I to say who my cousin dates and doesn't date? GenCon's in the military, everything tracks with GenCom now. I get it. All men in the military cheat, whether it's on women or at Minecraft. Makes sense. Brano, I'm not Bro. Brano. Why did I have a quick one before the Eternal Worm Devours Connecticut as my most listened to song? It wasn't my most listened to, it was my third most listened to, but still. I'm 95% legit. There's replays of you auto-tooling against me. Didn't cheat at Minecraft, Jediah. That means he's gonna cheat on women. It's one or the other. It's a good song. Yeah, but it's a 7-minute long song and it's on my Spotify Wrap. Yeah, Jedi, you just want to have positive views of the world. Being around that boys club will change him. Ooh, you're moving the goalposts. But what if I actually believe deep down ESP is one of the most broken cheats, and you were ESPing as well? So it really doesn't matter. ESP is one of the best cheats, exactly. But it's okay, it really doesn't matter. You guys are all just lab rats anyways. Yeah, thanks on the follow. Prot 3, I'm so poor. It's over, I'm losing to this great team. I just died with emeralds too much. Who cares? Public execution? Good LARP. Good LARP to undermine your Minecraft hacking. GG, is the game over? I'm the best fireplace clutcher. Hi, Goose MC. Nah, it's over here. Should I join the army? No. Let's all join the army? Yeah, no thanks. Well, that guy's the best player. Joining the army is predetermined? Well, I mean... You know what? Yeah. In the army, brutal. Your cousin would get it. My cousin just texted me. What map? What do you mean what map? It's Pavilion. You thought I said hi? No. I died. I love mass graves. Hey, Dead Fisho! I feel like Dead Fisho reached metacognition. Nah. Dead Fisho's probably also neurologically defective. I'm never gonna win a game today. Just thought I'd let everyone know that. I'm done winning in Bed Wars. I'm too bad at this game. Oh, back-to-back Pavilion games were up. Latvia? Wow. You could have been the third best Latvian, but you decided to auto-tool on me. Crazy. Yeah, in Latvia? Is that what Latvia gets down to, Dead Fisho? Does the industrial military complex of the United States of America really need, like, to tap into NATO to, like, to destroy Venezuela? Like, let's be honest. Like, that's the sad reality of it, is, like, they wouldn't need anybody else, like. They just feel like it, true. Why don't you queue with somebody? Because I don't like people. And I don't want to play on my main, and I wouldn't queue with a teammate on an ult. Because Reese is lonely. I'm not lonely. I can find someone to play with in 20 seconds if I wanted to. I just don't want to. My bed's gone. Everyone's too good. If being lonely was an issue, Jedi, I just play solo. I'd play with you. See, there you go. It's not a lonely thing. I should just do 10 hours of Fireplace every stream. Only when it's in rotation. Hi, Tiger Guff. Who's that on me? Is that Pink? Yeah. It's over. Grrr. Imagine if I could place blocks properly. Wow. Why did the red void? Why did the red void? Thank you. Wait, I can give everyone the warning now. Lupe Fiasco. Can someone just repeat the title and add exclamation point AI to the end so I can have this bit that's gonna make me laugh and only me laugh? Hi, Renix. Renix, you need to get better at Tradle. Stick is optimal buy. Dead Official, why did you air me getting 1 out of 1 on the Tradle? Can you copy the title and just remake the title, but just put exclamation point AI at the end so I can laugh at my bit? No, it's okay. You're not proud of me for my accomplishments. Yeah, thank you. What country was it? Cape Verde. Cape Cap? I don't know. How do you say it? Whatever. Got it in 1. It had like you know, it was a very small number, so I was like, this is an island, and then I just typed V. I'm not really tapped in like that. I hate to break it to you, I just got a really lucky guess, guys. Take credit? Okay, I'm the best. I would do so much better at the Tradle if I didn't have Nikki in the call. Nikki makes me do worse at the Tradle. She's the one between the two of us who actually knows kilometers, and she, like, sucks at kilometers. Sorry, it's okay, Nikki. What? Because she's Canadian? No, the opening question mark is so good. Like, I'm getting double rushed by Nyx. Like, this is just my Bed Wars experience today. Like, why are they double rushing me? Like, what's the point in life? This is okay. None of this matters. I can lose as many Bedwars games as I want, getting to know I get to go play Stardew after this. He's just being a man. Well, then he's brainwashed into, like, performing his masculinity, like, improperly. Guys, I had a dream last night that I got a puppy. Just thought I'd let everyone know again. I said that once, but I'll say it again. Nikki? See, when I said that the first time, Eastwood, he said, I thought you already had a puppy. Yeah, yeah. I actually woke up and DM'd her saying I had a dream I replaced you. Where did he go? Whatever, if I lose my bet, I lose my bet, who cares? You know, this is, you guys are playing in perfectly to, like, playing in perfectly to, like, my research. Just thought I'd let you guys know this. Like, I'm collecting all the data I need from this conversation. Wow, Mouseman's the best. Do they, did for show? Like, I don't think I've won a game yet. Like, can I, like, look at a game and just go, yeah, I won that game? No, I haven't. That's so good. I hope I never lose a game. I hope I never win a game for this whole session. That's my new goal. Well, Dead Fish Show, I'm a posthumanist now. I like how fast Dead Fish Show had that ready. It's a good document? Probably. But I mean, it doesn't matter. Why should we care? We're a temporary species. I'm just here doing research for the 2050 scientists.
Should I whip up the bow yet or not?
Should I whip up the bow yet or not? I think the idea of dying for your country is, it goes very well hand in hand with, like, the patriarchal masculine worldview, Jediah. What does that get me? Nothing. What's the most valuable life lesson you ever learned? Don't be like me. No. That's my life lesson. My life lesson is telling everyone else to not be like me. I don't know. I think probably the best thing I ever learned is that I think our society is, like, all too built on, like, growing up too fast and getting through life too fast. I think, like, I think it's like a thing that like people don't like grasp how like long our lives really are. This guy's the best player, like. Skipping a no pick LMK to lose my bed LMK. Jiraiya, I haven't reached metacognition. How do you expect me to be able to give takes on such topics? I'm what? Neurologically defective. Who is Dead Fisher talking to? You view the world as man and nature unable to coexist? Yeah, okay. I'm sitting back in my chair. Can you get... Okay, I'm winning this game. I'm tired of losing. Small Fire Nikki is typing. Small Fire Nikki, stop typing. Yeah, she's Small Fire Nikki. I'm trying to find something. I can't find it, whatever. Hi, Brenna. I'm trying to find the message where, like, you basically said you hated me, Nikki.
Oh my god.
Yo, thank you for the prime sub, Bradley. Why would I think? I'm just here gathering research. That doesn't require thinking. Why is there Nicks in every game I play? I don't have, like, the meta... I haven't reached metacognition. I can't win Bedwars games. No, I'm trying to find the one screenshot where, like... you respond to one of my messages and say, like, something about me being a temporary species. And I can't find it. Can you find it? I found it. Did you respond to it? Brenna, what were you thinking last night? Dead Fish Show. Look how she talks to me. Look at this. That's not very nice of her. I need the diamonds. I need the diamonds. If not, we're gonna be poor. I think I'm just a bad player now, and I have to accept it. Or I could just play for 2 days and get my mechanics back. I'm a bad player. Oh my god, I clicked on the block. Like... They always go for me! I just wanna exist! I just have like 3 people on me every game. I'm quitting Minecraft. This is my last stream ever. Jedi, what is that? Can you sum it up for me? Like, what are my cues? Why are you thinking so bad about your life, Twin? Nothing matters, life is just MC? My life is amazing, outside of the fact that I have to play Minecraft. I want to play Stardew, you know? I should go back with the diamonds, and there's gonna be nothing in my gen. Just never lucky. Just never ever lucky. The world view that humans are above all species. Are they? Sounds like I'm ditching his bed. I'm just leaving with my 4Ms. I sort of got a pink comes towards me. Okay. This guy's sharp stone. I'm gonna lose the trade. Oh my god. I killed a player and I did not get hit. That felt good. Well, Jedi, I think a big part is like, I don't know. Ow. I think it's like a really misleading like thought that like, you know, humans are like so much smarter than animals. Like humans are probably, I don't know, maybe a little smarter, but also they're just like more social beings. And that's a big part of it as well. No! Chavis von Bradford. You know Chavis von Bradford? I've also never seen a duck reach metacognition. Is everyone just gonna be on me? I thought I saw the yellow fall in the void. Oh my god. I fireball up into something. Like, am I just gonna get chased by everybody for every game for eternity? Like, oh my god. Shut up, Brano! But the average toddler wouldn't have metacognition. Chavis von Bradford is just some, like, post-humanist guy that Jedi has been, like, obsessed with lately. Who's in my game? Oh my god, this game's gonna be terrible, too. I'm never gonna play a good game. I'm pretty sure even a duck can hit level 30 in enchanting. Don't say my bad. Dead Fish Show. Is it a bad view or is it a good view? Are humans the center of our world? I didn't mean to cue. You're fine. I know you didn't. But you have to know I pull no punches. And expect no pulling of punches either. Like, I think, like, the true belief that, like, you know, there's a lot to that belief that can be very dangerous for the world. Like, if it's, like, too strong of a belief. Yeah. And I think we use too much of that view to not care about the animals, instead of, like, that's the thing where it's, like, accepting that it's true, but then also using it to acknowledge that, like, we have the power to, like, positively affect things, is, like, the issue where that's, like, what isn't done. Tragedy. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's like that view has been very hurtful in a way that people don't consider the effects of things like their actions on animals and stuff like that and other species. Yeah. Good use of time to shear my whole bridge egg. Wait, Breno, I didn't know you had aura like that. Oh my god. Oh, and then my pearl doesn't... And then I don't hit the pearl. Like, I'm tired of everything. My movement is just so bad today. Like... This, I'm using this pack because I'm in purgatory. I feel like I'm in purgatory. This is purgatory. Neb, I haven't won a game since you left, and I didn't win a game when you were here. True. I mean, yeah, that's kind of my thought too, where it's like... Is that the rebuttal, Jediah? Yeah, but is it like... But like, what is that observation, like, what does it prove? What does it, why does it matter? Well, I pointed out. Can't bridge, can't do anything. Like, I'm just getting mid-rushed, like... What is the point? Like, why? Bed Wars is a bad game. They ruined Bed Wars. What happened to the game I loved? Oh my god, now they're just ditching their bed to... Oh my... True. At least one voided. And now they're gonna break my bed and I'm gonna have no diamonds and I'm gonna lose the 1v1 to the guy at middle because he has sharp. I predicted it, so I can't be mad when it happens. Rip. So close. Should have saved my fireball. This map is so bad. I thought there was the M-gen there. 37? Hey, Sam. I got 63. My top artist was Lupe. But Peggy was the fifth artist on my rap, so it's a terrible rap. Oh, Neb. How many minutes of Peggy? Like 500? How many minutes of Spotify did you have? Oh, I had 165k, which is actually lower than normal for me. I think that's the lowest of, like, my last 4 reps. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, yeah. That's fair. Digital audio sucks. But it's easier to consume. Good thing I didn't want a pearl anyways. But it's the peak of right now, which again doesn't mean it can't like become something else couldn't peak higher. It just means this is the highest peak of right now. Green will be dumb and break white bed. Yep. Yep. Oh my god, and the green fell off. This map is so good. Why haven't they created more Bedwars map that are as good as this one? Of course he lives. Lives? I want another pearl, can I? I'm tired. Maybe that's why I'm losing Bed Wars games. No, I'm just a terrible player. I shouldn't try to find reason in that of me losing. It's just because I'm terrible. Why is it better in Spanish? Are you saying that the dialogue for it is better? It's different? Good or bad different, though? I'm too much of a black and white thinker for nuance. Come on. Ah. But then, if it's translated to English anyways, aren't you still reading, like, the Spanish thought in English? You're not reading the Spanish thought in Spanish, which is the whole thing Neb was trying to say? Yeah, you need to learn Spanish. That's what Neb was implying. That's normal, WinY. I do that on the regular. Do with that what you will. Well, Chavis von Bradford knows Chinese. So he must be a real thinker of our time. I'm happy I added the exclamation point AI command for my own amusal. You're not normal, though? Well, yeah, that's why I said do with it what you will. I won! Hang the banner! I just have to let you guys all know, so I can laugh at this. Thank you. I've learned a lot about how the human race operates today. Yeah, well, I'm not the one doing the research. It's for the scientists in 2050. Might need to restart my life run? Nah. Boring. Review Studios. I'm gonna lose this game. Oh, there's a guy above me. What class do I go to? All of them? What do you mean, what class do I go to? What is Badline Client? Probably a client. Oh, what class do I go? I don't know. Do you want to be nerfed, or you just want to, like, have the advantage? I hate everything. Like, these are my Bed Wars games today. Just jump from height on my bed. Well, then you know the line of, like, what has different advantages. Just thought I'd let everyone know. I watched a video about feminism last night. Just thought I'd let everyone know. Actually, I didn't finish it though. And it's my second day in a row starting it and not finishing it. Maybe I need to be a better YouTube consumer. Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of more of a conversation how feminism was co-opted. How they co-opt feminism. Why is everyone mid? Well, and then it was a talk about how, like, a lot of, like, the feminism within, like, white women is, like, just like corporate feminism, where it's like They don't really want to change the system. They're just upset they can't do the things that, like, the white men are able to do. And wield the power that they're able to wield. It's like, white women have gotten to the point where they're, like, more upset that they're, like, not able to be the oppressor than, like... Oh, that guy's the goat. It was a good video so far. I wish I could oppress. Nice. Yeah, that's kind of like white. That's kind of like the white woman feminism, Deadfish. Yeah. Or that's what the video claims, which I feel like I tend to agree with. Well, in America, the idea of feminism is very co-opted. So I mean, like, again, like they've like redefined the definition of feminism because it benefited them more to have like it be again like in more of like a corporate sense. Like when a lot of companies like made the feminism more like, you know, corporate oriented, they don't have to like actually make any changes to the system. Look at that question I just got asked in my YouTube chat. What do you prefer? I'm talking about how they co-opted feminism, and this guy just goes, "Which woman do you prefer?" I prefer my girlfriend. Yeah, that is equality. But yeah, that's like the first claim of the video that like I got through. And then he uses like the you know a good example of it is like uses Taylor Swift as like the baseline for the idea of the corporate feminism. Sorry, Nikki. This is a good song that's playing. I'll never get off the objectifying women music. Actually, I could. Just clearing my likes seems like too much work. Work. I don't have a pro on my bar. Fuck, it's over. I just don't own a pearl. I bought a diamond sword over a pearl. No, no, I have a strong disdain for that community. I mean, like, I think, like, the reason, like, me listening to that video, like, I was just thinking, like, I feel like, oh my god. Oh, what a hit. I feel like that the concept of, like, reshifting capitalism again, like, it doesn't work. It's like the same reason why, like, you like, it's the same reason why, like, you can, like, well, like, you know, within the races, like, black capitalism would never work with inside of America because the white man would still always be one step higher. Like... there'd always be one, like, section of, like, again, like, a lot of those sections of, like, the production lines would always go back to, like, white-owned businesses. So knowing that radical thought, I was listening to the idea of, like, the corporate feminism, and I just, like, apply that, like, you know, apply the same principles, where it's like, okay, well... Oh my god. Like if we apply that principle everywhere, then it would be regardless of who participates in capitalism, the people who got the head start in capitalism will always be the ruling class within the capitalism, unless we restructure the system. Like I don't think it's even like, again, I don't think like you can even like again you're not like fucking like tearing down the system or shaping the system in any like productive way if you just are adding more like women billionaires. This conversation is pointless. Okay, Jedi, then you don't have to like chime in if you think it's pointless. Like I don't understand, Jedi. Thanks. Like you think it's pointless. Nice. Okay. God forbid we have some conversation. God forbid we have some conversation. Yeah, no, it's all pointless, Jedi. Sorry, I just won't talk. You know what? This is the last game of the stream. I'm not streaming. Why am I even streaming? It's pointless. What's the point, Jedi? It's all pointless. I like. Dude, that can be said about everything we do. Why point it out? I don't know. God, you're so emotional? Yeah, I am. What the fuck are you gonna say about it? Fuck you. It is pointless to critique worldviews. What's your age? I'm 20. I don't think I win this game. Oh my god, what is that? Well, yeah, opinions aren't needed if you're like Jedi who like believes you can't change anything, and like, you know, if you just like accept defeat, then it really is true. Opinions don't change anything. Yeah, you think I can do 20 push-ups? You're funny. You can change things. Jedi, I've really had the argument with you. Like, you literally I've literally brought up this point, and you go, no, we can't. Like, you literally like always doomer around me. Always spreading doomer ideologies, always dooming around me. Oh my god. That guy's legit. Yeah, Jedi. Because the ruling class exists without the people. So if you can, so it's not like if you were able to just like co-opt all the people, you know, and bring all the people together, the ruling class wouldn't be forced to make changes. No, we have to outarm them because they solely exist without us. The people aren't doing that. Yeah, the people aren't doing that because people like you saying it is impossible. That's the whole issue. Like. You don't get to say it's not you don't get to say that it's like that it can't happen, blah blah blah, and then say, well, it's not possible. Yeah, it's not possible because you don't believe, so how are we supposed to make other people believe if you don't believe? It's a whole belief system. If you get everyone to believe, the idea spreads more and more. The idea of not believing becomes more obsolete. When you review your face, you can just click on my YouTube channel if you want to see my face, man. My face is very public. I think it's my my second most recent thumbnail. Shout out to Chile in the 1970s. That's my country. What's your favorite subject? I don't have a favorite subject. Ooh, my favorite subject is like talking about like taking down the patriarchal capitalism. There you go. That's my favorite subject. $20. Isn't the argument that them killing past leaders is even more truth that we need like collective thought? And it's like, again, you can only keep up with like this is my honest and true belief. You can only keep up with like killing your opposition for so long until people start to realize it. The issue is that they've made too many people think that the idea of opposition is impossible, so there isn't enough opposition for them to even have to kill off. Because again, eventually that facade cracks. You can't keep up that facade forever. No, you can't. I truly believe that's not a facade you can keep up forever. You can't just keep like constantly killing thought leaders and keep getting away with it if more and more were to rise up. Like again, it's just that deep-rooted belief that there's nothing you can do that plays such a big part in. They already kill the dreams of you making any change or doing anything. Where it's like, are you acting like these thought leaders of the past didn't make changes even before their tragic demises or changes weren't made? Like, are we gonna undermine everything that they did that caused America to like feel as if they got their hand forced? You're underestimating the power of the USA? Not really. I've seen what they've done. They've made people like you just feel like there's no fucking there's no fucking option other than to submit. I don't think I'm underestimating the power. I think I've seen very clearly what they've made you think and believe. He's past me. God, defending a wool benefits from an invis, like... You're submitting to the idea that it's hopeless, Shania. Like, that's why cutting the head off the snake has been so effective for them, because they cut the head off the snake and then, like, they killed the movement. Like, that, like, always. Like, it's not like they always completely die out, but it's been such a good tactic for them to just cut the head off the snake. And then people give up. What do you think about India? I don't know, I have no thoughts about India. I'm not well versed enough in India to give you my thoughts on India. It's a country, there you go. It's a country of people. But Janaya, again, the ruling class can only kill so much of its people before the ruling class no longer has anyone to rule over. Again, the people are what give the ruling class power. I want America to be North Korea. Why? Well, we can also talk about like the influences behind the war that forced them to keep fighting. But I don't know. I can't speak to a North Korean. Maybe their lives are better. I don't know. Do we hear anything about North Korea that we can truly know is like the truth, or are a lot of countries that don't have America's interests we grow up hearing nothing but bad things about? Look at my YouTube chat. Man, I'm showing my love for capitalism right now. Haven't you been listening? What? What, Nikki? This is why I had a dream of getting a new puppy. Makes sense. My teammates at Jen. Are you German? I'm American. What are you ignited? I don't know. I forget. Finnish? There's some German in there. I mean, that's the issue with, like, conflict, to, like, look back at conflicts, too, is, like, especially, like, from the point on of, like, once we started fighting proxy wars, a lot of wars went on longer than needed to be because one side just had more influence and was funding it. Like, so much funding gets, like, funded into these wars that make them go on for so much longer than they, like, need to go on for, or even go on in the first place. I can't, like, see the glass. This is so annoying. Finish doing what? Sorry. Holy pearl. What is the point, Jediah? Your team is better than you? I mean, that's normal though, right? Just move to China? Is that the critique, Jediah? That reminds me of that one clip though. So that's the like. So what about the people who can't move to China who are just being oppressed? Like, what about those people? Do those people not matter? Should like the privilege of like, should the privilege of how like, I don't know. Like if you're being oppressed, is that like your only option? Just like have the luxury to be able to leave? Cruel world? Yeah. Like, but you're okay with that cruel world, Jedi? You know, there's no change, right? No change we can make. Yeah, nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. How long before motherfuckers realize what's going on? What motherfuckers? But Janaya, we've already dictated the ruling class doesn't exist without the people. So like, so everybody's gonna support the ruling class? I mean, I feel like Dead Fish said it best. You have nothing to lose but your chains. And also, I feel also, but again, there's people who don't have that option. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Most of the time, to start a revolution, your idea is at least spread wide enough where it's not like the whole army is gonna be on board. Like normally, there's a divide within the armies, which is why revolutions play out the way they do. Because it's not like it's some like, you know, it's not like some universal idea that's just like the people, and it's not like, because again, at the end of the day, people are human. People in the army would still have people who are affected negatively and could hear radical thought and think it was a good idea. Like, are you implying that like every member of the military is just brainwashed into instantly siding with the ruling class? Because I don't believe that. Yeah, like, sure, yeah, there's 100% soldiers that would side with the ruling class. Doesn't mean all of them would. And creating divide in the military is one of the things that is very useful in a revolution. You don't. I don't think you could like even really attempt to start a revolution if you haven't really created that divide. Like this implies in a whole system that like nobody has like any empathy at all for the common man, which I don't think is. I think it's a belief that they want you to think is true. But I truly think there's a lot of people who could not go through with those actions. They don't? Well, if they don't, then why instead of trying to teach them that, are we just accepting that they're always going to be that way? Like, it's just like, there's so many angles around just not doomering it. Should I spend too much time around Korkla? I blame Korkla for all this. What the? I can't forget the weather, but I can't foresee the now. The sound. I can't predict the weather, but I can't foresee the now. I hope that you get found. I hope that you get found. Pro Diva Gamer Ooh Woo is in my game. Why is there a Skyfitter copy? Tragedy, I died. Hello there. Oh, I didn't get that split. Nice is funny. Consolidate if you want. Thanks, Iswade. What the? She watched all the spiders. And eating them on sides. Make indecision to call you. I'm here for so comfortable. But I will stop the pain tonight. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. Don't waste your time with me. I'm already the voice inside my head. Hell of a climb. Think this is the real Skyfitter? I hope so. Nothing much up, Oliver. How are you? I have nothing to say, so I'm just sitting back and enjoying reading this. I'm just gonna dupe resources while I read this. Hello, 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 how are you? Have you seen Udis profile? It's one step away. That's so funny. I'm okay. Dead Fisher, if you want that, just move to China. Oh my god. That's so blatant. Holy fake lag. Everyone should be thankful for this. The stream's gone on like 3 games longer because I'm enjoying this slot. I don't think it is. I think it's still like I think it's still crazy to imply like China's even like a perfect nation. It's a better nation than America, but on a lot of things. I mean like on a lot of things. I wouldn't say like there's like I mean I don't know, Brando. It's pretty bleak here. Oh, shout out to my team mining 2 wood. Dead Fisher, if you want your voice heard, just move to China. Yeah, he is stupid, Dead Fisher. Why do people even fight revolutions? They can just move to China. Love of the game is a good response. Oh, I lived. How did I not grab the gold? Dead Fisher, why wasn't he just fine with one? People could just come to his country to be liberated. Come on, lock in. The other people don't matter. This guy's movement is crazy. Blah, 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 move to China. Let's get a rage bait. Sacrifice life for the cause? Aren't I already sacrificing my life for a cause? I struggle with that. No, because, like, I really, truly... like think down what am I doing to like make life better for others, but then you have to like realize that just like your existence does that. So it's like, am I doing enough? Probably not, but also your existence holds power within just that. But yeah, I do have like, again, the most utter amount of respect for people that I have who are actually out just like actively fighting for the change. And do I think that I can get to a point where I'm like, because it's not like I'm not out there due to any other like issue other than like just not being comfortable with myself. Like it's not like I see anything wrong with the movements. It's more just I lack the comfortability in self to be around those groups of people. So that's like kind of my rebuttal when why. I like the, like, literally, yes. I don't know, it's an interesting conversation in, like, my position when why, because it's, like, just my existence within a country that are, like, you know, trying to suppress all, all, like, you know, like, again, just trying to express my existence to begin with. It's like, just existing to begin with is a good start, but... No, I'm the one who wouldn't be comfortable. I'm not comfortable around any groups of people. That's my issue of the only reason why, like... But again, that's why, I think if I was in a position where I would be, Again, it's not like I see any issues with the movements, and part of me does be like, wow, we should go out and do something. There's just a deep uncomfort of me being around people. Go to China, bro? I don't think China is, like, has much better takes on that issue. Because again, as I said, China still has very many shortcomings. I suck. Well, I'm not comfortable around anybody, why? I don't even go downstairs in my house unless I have like a reason to be downstairs because I'm just not comfortable. There's not a single person I feel comfortable around in the most part, and that's been my whole life. That's not like a new thing. Like I've always been that way. Like I don't go downstairs in my own house unless like nobody's home or like I'm going to grab water or something. Like, I genuinely, like, sometimes I just want to see what's going on downstairs, so I'll go downstairs and grab water, even though I already have water. Like, just because, like, I need an excuse to, like, otherwise I feel so uncomfortable. So it's more of just, like, a me not feeling comfortable around people thing, more than just, like, people in specific. Because again, there's not like a single person I'm ever really comfortable around. Which again, just more stems from not being comfortable with yourself. Because Dead Fish is too busy trying to save the environment. Because like, do revolutions matter if we don't have, like, an environment to, like, exist within? Which, I mean, they also would go hand in hand, but... Oh, it just stems from a lack of comfort in self. When why? Which I think the lack of comfort in self is pretty self-diagnosed at this point. Let's say there was, like, some points in my life where let's say there was, like, you know, 19, 20 years of my life where that uncomfortability in self didn't make sense, but now it kind of does. So now it's more moving towards a point to be comfortable with self. Do you miss seeing the cows? Wait, that's a good argument. What are you doing currently? Is that official currently not, like, sharing thought in a chat that could help organize people? Like, isn't just like spreading the idea to begin with again? Isn't just like existing? Isn't just existing a good way to start the organization of the movement? No? Why? Are you the one to like write like the book on what's like acceptable? You think we can't do anything? Why are you gonna be the now the one to like be the acceptable of like what to be done during like, you know, what? Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't think most revolutions have been, like, have had, like, you know, really been based on the thought that we're gonna win the war if we go to war today. I think they're built on, you know, deconstructing the whole system. I feel like normally the violence doesn't come from the people deconstructing the system, though. The violence normally comes from the other side that doesn't want to get deconstructed. But yeah, of course there would be like I feel like most of the time there's more violent aggressions. But yeah, I mean, I mean, like, I already stem from the belief that my existence alone is doing more to help the betters of others in the future. So would I take it a step further to, like, I think, again, I feel like if I was in a place where I was more comfortable with myself, yeah. The only thing that's, like, drawing me back is, again, the fact that I'm literally not at a point where I'm comfortable around people. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying too, where it's like that's why, like, it's an argument of, like, to myself, it's like, am I doing enough? But I'm also, like, spreading thought, where it's like, a lot of people are probably listening to this conversation and already too stuck in their worldviews, but even, like, one or two people who, you know, everything you does has an impact, like, that's how us being social creatures work, you know? I say something out loud on stream, somebody might take that in and buy it, and, you know, then spread that as well. Like, that's kind of how it's, like, supposed to kind of work, you know? When is the correct time? I'm pretty sure you know when it's the correct time. I'm pretty sure there's not, like, there's, like, some, like, target plan date. You have to, like, be able to read the situation and know from, like, again, study the past revolutions that have been successful. That's a good faith argument. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, what I sit here and I think, why, is, like, I wonder, like, from the other people, like, I don't know how many people are here, like, I don't know how many people are sitting here listening, but, like, I sit here and I wonder, from, like, the perspective of people, like, listening, like, do they agree with Jediah more, or do they agree with us more? Like, it's more of the Dead Fisher. Like, I just kind of agree with everything Dead Fisher says. Not blindly. Like, there's some things Dead Fisher says I don't know if I agree with, but, like, that'd be more of the side I'm on in the radical thought. So it's like, I wonder, is, like, have I created a space where, like, is Jediah the one saying the outlandish things? You kind of sound like the second coming of Jesus, Dead Fisher. Like, that's what I wonder, for, like, the people who are just, like, watching and, like, listening, is, like, what side, like, you know, have we, like, desensitized them to the radical thought? Because I feel like that's, like, the first step. Like, the first step to, like, radicalize somebody is, like, you have to desensitize them to the thought and have to stop making them, like, think it's, like, necessarily radical. Like, I don't understand what that point is, Jediah. Should we not try because it's gonna take too long? Should we just give up because it might take too long? Thanks for putting in Bedwar's terms for Jediah. Again, Dead Fisho, sounds like the second coming of Jesus. Yeah. True. That is, like, kind of like something I think about. It's like, I mean, that's part of the issue too, is, like, it's more of, like, a discussion about an idea instead of a reality, like, and, like, a hope, you know? Like, but the issue is that it's rooted in past realities. It's not like it's just, like, again, it's not like it's rooted in the second coming of Jesus. Like, it's rooted in past realities. Okay, but what if I spend my lifetime making it easier for the next lifetime to be able to deconstruct the ruling class? That's still a successful life. That's still brought value to the next people who fight the fight. I don't understand that argument. it's not just for me, it's for a better life for those who come after me, and if it helps them achieve that, then that's a successful mission. Hi, this is my channel. Like, yeah, of course I'd love a better life for myself, but that's not really the goal. It's a better life for everybody. And if that comes later past my own lifetime, but I at least played a part in helping achieve it, that's still a win. And yeah, I won't be around to even know about the benefits, but like, okay, then do that. If that's what it will become, then that's what it will become, Jedi, and I'm completely fine with that. I don't know what your argument is. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, true enough. It does. Really? Does that, like, does just nuking the ruling class, like, get people on board? Like, does that lead to, like, a collective ruling? I knew it was obvious, and I still, like... He lived? What a goat. I don't have any gold, I'm too poor. Right, that's what I hate about the belief, too. It's like, well, like, I do believe a big part of our society is that we do strive for changes that, like, are going to take time to changes, and then anytime there's any pushback against that change, we start to lose hope. Like, that's a big part in people who, like, of course, that's, like, common, like, human being, because there's a big part of you that wants to see the change in your lifetime. But it also is, like, to, like, tell yourself and think that you're not making a difference. But a big part of, like, you know, the big part of everything is celebrating your small wins. If you're not going to celebrate your small wins, how are you ever going to achieve the big win? And I think that's, like, a big part with, like, again, like a movement. Yeah, exactly. Nothing has changed in the last 100 years. I mean, Dead Fisher as well. I feel like a big part about a movement is, like, the optics of, like, again, like, at the end of the day, you're still trying to appeal to the people. And the way to appeal to like, everyday people isn't, oh, let's build a nuke and blow the people up. Like, that's not how you, like, that's not how you sell your movement. That's not how you appeal to people. Like, you don't just, like... the whole point is, like, you know, like... Yeah, but you said to use it to, like, gain power. Like, if both sides have nukes, then it just comes down to the people. But does it really? Do we even know that? Is that even rooted in, like, a deep history of knowing that there won't be conflict just because the site has nukes? Like, or has that theory just not been in practice long enough to truly be tested? Yeah, it's more about the people than it is about the resources. You need the people to be able to worry about the resources, I feel like. If you don't have the people, the resources don't matter. And getting the resources isn't just gonna get the people. What is mad theory? Are you saying, like, you're saying, like... You guys are, like, delaying my Stardew Valley because I'm enjoying this conversation. Ah, thanks. See, like, but the thing at the end of the day is, like, we say I'm doing a good thing, and I'm like, you know, good conversations are being had, and then we just have Trey Savage just show up and be mod, and then it's like, yeah, no, there's no radical thought here. There's no changes being made. I love you, Sweater. And now you said he's gonna, like, say some, like, dumbass shit that just, like, goes to prove my point. Yeah, now Brando's saying hi, like... like, nice radical thought we're leading here. I love you, Sweater. I love you, Sweater. Cattell Marte? Get traded? To the Rays? Future Ray Cattell Marte? Yeah, I like your hat. What do you mean? Union busting is good, Dead Fisho. I go around busting every union I can. Do you know what my radical thought is? You know what my leading radical thought in my head is? Duh. 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 Why my radical thought is, you know what? I was just in the shower the other day, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, why do we still accept, like, locker rooms as such a common practice? That's my radical thought. Yeah, locker rooms. Yeah, whoa, I know. Oof. Can you send it to me on Discord, official, so I can, like, come back to it? Can you send it to Posthumanist Reese? Thanks. That's Dangerous Thought here? Yeah, isn't that Dangerous Thought? I don't understand the concept of locker rooms, and that's... But again, my opinion on locker rooms is also very biased. Why locker room? True. Yeah, it's biased because I never felt comfortable around other people to begin with. So why would I be comfortable in a locker room? Good one. Javi Baez. But there you go. That's my thought piece when why. My thought piece is why locker rooms. Write a book on it? I don't think it's like that serious of a topic. It's just something I like that I find really interesting. It doesn't get talked about. I think that's what's more interesting to me about like locker rooms is why do they not get talked about? What should they do instead? Okay, my belief is that a lot of the industries that actually like use locker rooms make more than enough money to like be able to afford any other solution that is just like do I truly know what's an what's a quote unquote affordable option? No, but like also like I think the idea of like that culture is just a terrible like again. How many kids grow up just not being comfortable like with changing in a locker room and stuff like that? Like. Instead of, like, having any conversation to, like, have reform it, we just, like, again, we just instantly jump to what's more affordable. That's not for me to figure out. It's for me to critique the system. I don't have to figure out a better system. Like, just because I don't see a better option? Do you, like, I feel like there can easily be a better option. Nice. I never once changed in a locker room in my life. That was part of the reason I never wanted to do gym. Actually, that was the only reason I never wanted to do gym. Yeah, I think that's more of my point, where it's like, I'm just pointing out an issue I see with them. And I'm not saying I have a solution, but the fact that it's not talked about is the thing that is what intrigues me. Because, like, the instant, like, thing is just, like, you know, make, like, you know... I mean, that's what I mean, where it's, like... It's such, like, a bad cult. It's, like, I don't know. And then, like, again, you'll be at, like, public places, like, you'll be at a rec center or something. And you wander into a locker room, and you're just, like, some, like... You're some, like, kid, and you see some, like, you know, adult just fully naked. And it's like, again, you just wandered in that locker room because, you know, it's for you. Are you sure there isn't a better option, Brano? Like, or is it just not a big enough issue and we haven't thought about a better option because no one talks about it as an option? And so when you get presented with it, and of course I'm not presenting it with any solutions, you just instantly default that there's no better options. Oh man, dude. You know, I was sitting in the shower thinking about it, then I got lazy and I was like, never mind. Like, that's my thought, like, that the issue is the, like, I don't know, it also, like, stems from my idea of, like, you know, the fear-mongering they do about, like, trans people in sports, with, like, locker rooms and stuff like that. Like, I sit there and I think about that, and I just go, and I just sit there and I think about it, and I was like, if I had a kid, like, if I had a kid or whatever, I wouldn't want them to be naked around, like, I wouldn't want them to be forced to be naked around anybody. Or be forced to be around anyone else who's naked. We don't talk about this. Like, Which I get the whole other issue is deeply rooted in, like, you know, not wanting the existence of a group of people and the fear-mongering of that culture or whatever, but, like, still, it doesn't even lead into some people just being like, it's crazy, I've just never genuinely heard somebody say, locker rooms are a bad practice.
Got him.
God, this is the worst stream to raid. Thank you for the raid, oh super. Have bossified. Like, Brano. Like, I 100% like, outside, but I think it's more of the argument is like, if you take away the only, like,
What?
things of the fall, if you take away the only obstacle being, like, the affordability, which, again, I feel like there's easy ways to find, like, cheaper options to do things, like, safer and better. I just think since it's not talked about, no one's, like, come up for a solution. What are the positives of locker rooms? Outside of, like, you know, affordability, because it's, again, I feel like you can find more affordable solutions if you actually, like, tackle an idea. But, like... But I'm saying, outside of the affordability, what is the other benefits of, like, locker rooms? Well, yes, Rhinix, but then you have to... like, use the context of the society we exist within. Like, what's an easier solution? Reshape all of society, or reshape one thing? That, again, the only benefit that we're saying to it is affordability. Hello, how was your stream? Slapboxing? True. Slapboxing's it. Jediah wins. I remember slapboxing in the locker room when I was younger, that's terrible. Can you go to Meow City? Reshape all of society, yes. I mean, yes, I agree, but, like, I feel like there's a better solution to my critique of locker rooms than reshaping all of society. Yeah, I know, that's why I gave you the context. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, is there, like, anything positive about locker room culture? Like, it's terrible, is it, like... Yeah, like, yeah, that's more of my, like... Do I even think making changes, like, could we make a cheaper option? Maybe not. But do I even think we can make an option that is better, that wouldn't even be that much more expensive, and I think would be worth spending on for the good of, like, developing kids? Like, let's talk about the society that we do live in. And talk about if it's a good idea to have a bunch of developing kids, like, who, like, again, we're also not really teaching about their bodies either. So we don't want to teach kids about their bodies and stuff like that. But we also don't critique, like, locker room culture. That's the issue, is, why do I hear no critiques of it? We've just accepted that it's a cheap option, so we don't even critique it. Yeah, I'll just reshape society. That's my real thought. Because, again, I just want to know someone who's met somebody else who has this deep critique of, like, locker rooms, so I can feel like I'm not the first person to have this thought, because I know I'm not, but, like, why does nobody say anything? Why don't you spread propaganda, Reese? Should I spread my anti-locker room propaganda? Jediah, because I realized, like, if I wanted to, like, make a think piece on locker rooms, one, no one would see it anyways, because it's fucking locker rooms. And two, then I'd have to do research. And I don't feel like doing research. Because to actually, like, back up my claims, I'd have to do research. Because I can't just make claims, just a rant. But I don't feel like doing research, so... Yeah, but you aren't forced into... You aren't a kid being forced into eating gas station tuna sandwiches. There's a lot of kids who are forced into locker room culture and the idea of locker rooms. Like, I don't know how, I know for myself I wasn't comfortable in locker rooms, but what percentage of my chat would you guys be like, yeah, I was, like, relatively comfortable in locker rooms? Like, I guess the better question to ask is, how many of you people were also uncomfortable in locker rooms, or just the culture of the idea? Because again, I can say my like idea of it is very biased. Yeah, it's like. Didn't bother me. So we have Brandon hating it. We have the other Brandon not bothered by it. Indifference. More comfortable. Yeah. Over time, I stopped caring. Wow, Jediah. They made you. They forced you to be desensitized to something you weren't comfortable with. Look at this, taking away your free will. I mean, but that's like. I think that's more of my point, where it's like. Is there anybody who likes it? Or like, you know, like again, you get to the point where it's like, again, of course different locker room cultures and different types of locker rooms are different. I didn't like the idea. And is there anybody who likes the idea? And again, if the only benefit of it that we have is it's more affordable, where it's like, again, we're not getting any like long-term positives from locker rooms, but the potential for long-term harm in locker rooms is so great. Like, hey, Ken the boy. Nah, people being fine with the locker room doesn't mean it's good. Because again, let's talk about all the terrible things that have happened in locker rooms that we could potentially make changes to with changes to locker rooms. Like, are you saying like that like in a lot of places bullying doesn't become a part of locker room culture? Like, is that like a very is that not like a very common phenomenon that's talked about? Like, and we're also only getting one side of the spectrum here. I'm only getting, I hate to bring it to you guys, but you guys are all guys, so it's like, I don't know what it was like being a developing woman being like, you know. Bullying is everywhere though. Dead Fish Show, you know what? I don't know your interactions with lockers. Okay, so Jediah, so you prove the point you don't need. We've solved it. We don't need locker rooms to slapbox. Okay, that's well. We're down to only affordability being good for the only thing good about the locker room again, guys. We've removed slapboxing. We've removed slapboxing. It's back to only affordability. Why do people pants? I don't know. Accepted as okay? I don't know. Weird culture? I don't know. I got pantsed. Can take it out of rotation. Yeah, true. I mean, that's just like, I don't know. And again, I just think it's, I don't know. I'd have to do the research and everything to like really back up my claim, and it doesn't really matter. Cause like, in the grand scheme of things, locker rooms are just kind of like a blimp note and not something that I'm like too care enough to get like super outraged about. But yeah. But I mean, like, it's also like, there's a difference, Jedi, between all, like, bullying people and then bullying people and bringing it into an environment where we have developing kids, like, again, kids who are developing, like, undressing around each other. Like, something that can be said in that situation is 10 times more harmful than something that can happen while somebody's, like, slap boxing each other at lunch. And I think that's, like, my biggest critique. You a girl? Yo. Gotta say, like, the yo so the voice gets deeper. What about the locker room chants? Sorry, I'm not familiar with locker room chants. As I said, I avoided locker rooms like the plague. Also because I went to a school that didn't make you go to locker rooms, make you go in locker rooms or change or anything like that. So rich. But again, and then when I got to high school, I just didn't want to take gym because the idea of the locker room was so bad. The only time I was ever in, like, locker rooms was, like, the family locker room at, like, my rec center. Which then I made, like, the mistake of, like, wandering out of the family locker room to, like, the interclined, like, men's locker room. Which I feel like an environment like that is such a dangerous place, no? And there's always going to be young kids who end up wandering into those spaces, no? Or am I wrong? Yeah. Which I feel like that's such like a... I don't know, like, that's like my point exactly of like why it's like such a dangerous culture, because I don't feel like that's like an uncommon occurrence. And I don't feel like, you know... I don't think forcing kids to be like... to undress around each other is a good practice. I don't think like there being environments where a kid can accident, like, you know, just like wander in on a random guy naked, and it makes sense how it happens. See, like, I mean, like, Emir, that's like kind of like my thought where it's like there has to be a way to like at least they're like smart enough, you know. But it's like I've never heard anybody critique locker rooms, which is why I'm saying what I'm saying. But like the issue is like not having locker room requirements also makes it like you have to talk about like the I don't know. It's like how they talk about like the free lunch programs. How a lot of people who are like eligible for free lunch don't take free lunch and just end up not eating because of the social stigma of it. So like I don't know. I don't know how many social stigmas it creates. I'm just saying that could be a possibility. Yeah, I'm block squatches. You would love Massachusetts, bro. I'd probably, you know, I live in a swing state. You don't know what you're gonna get. Big locker room, big pharma, yeah. Big locker room has a chokehold over us. Like, okay, Eamberry. This is a question that you're not gonna have an answer to, because why would you have an answer to this? How many people that would you know actually use the locker room when they had the option? Hey, Joe Pig. I'm being a radical thought leader about my disdain for locker rooms. Nobody would use it. Like, that's my thought. Like, thank you, Joe Pig! This is the whole argument I'm, like, delving at. I'm delving at the idea of locker rooms being a common practice is, like, there's no positives to it outside of this myth of affordability, like we couldn't find a better way to do it. I mean, yeah, because big locker room gets no criticism. I'm here to take down big locker room. That's what I'm here for, chat. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like Joe Pig. There's no way this is like a good culture to like be practiced around kids. Like, I'm lobbying for big locker room. Fuck. Like, I just don't see any of the possibilities outside of this myth of affordability. Like, it's like, I'm not... Okay, sure, it's like the reality, but it's also reality because no one challenges it. Like, you know, we can create, like... We can, like, create this, like, myth of, like... Let's like, stop, like, making something. And only make, like, one version of it. Just, like, Like, there's no other option, so I guess it's affordable. Because, you know, what's the alternative? Where it's like... Of course it's cheaper when there's no alternative. There's nothing to compare it against, nothing to compare it to because no one is critiquing it. So of course there's like, you just say affordability because you don't even know what the other options would cost. You don't know what the other options would take. You don't even know how simple they are. Like, you're not thinking of solutions. Like, neither am I. I'm just critiquing it because that's the first step, is realizing there's a problem before you come up with a solution. Alternative is like 500 individual stalls. Okay. But like, okay, if a PE class is like 30 people, then the 500 is an overestimation for a school, no? And again, the stalls don't have to be very big. Yeah, like that's not very big. I don't think 30 small stalls is a very expensive practice. You don't even have to put like a bathroom in there or anything. Again, you wouldn't necessarily classify it as a bathroom if it's just a place to change. Like, should we, like, is a changing like station like that's like, you know, like at like a store is like, could you not like turn that into something a little more practical for like a school environment and just have it work? Okay, but where do you put your stuff? Could you not do the same thing as, like, locker rooms and just have it for, like, I don't know. Like, there's easy ways around this. I think lock and key still exists for, like, the class. What about the showers? I forget showering is a thing. Yeah, and you could still have lockers along the wall. It's just the idea of not having to change out in the public. That's more of the thing that I break down, is the changing. I mean, like, the idea of, like, the theft and stuff like that in the locker rooms already exists, so. Did anyone actually use the lockers at school? I never used my lockers at school. I never went to my locker once. They told me where my locker was, and I never went to it. Couldn't you just make, like, every little room, like, couldn't you just walk into a little shower room to change? Couldn't you just make the shower and the room where you're supposed to change, like, the exact same place, like, right next to lockers, and then it, like... Yeah, like, that's the thing, too, is, like, yeah, who showers at school? But also, if we wanted to give that option, can't you still just, like, have, like, you could just change in the shower, just that, like... If we... I mean, there's, like, what, there's points of the year when, like, you swim and stuff like that. I need my 1 PM shower on a Tuesday. When do you even have time to shower at school? Do you skip? I gotta skip my lunch to go shower, guys. Sorry, don't want to eat today. I'm too ashamed to take my free lunch on the free lunch program, so I'm just gonna go shower instead. But you could argue showering at school is actually like a good practice to have, because like, what if there's people who like, you know, what if they don't? What if they can't pay their water bill? Like, think about it. That sounded like a really, like, sarcastic, like, critique, but is having showers at school even, like, a bad practice? Is it, like, an actual, like... What free lunch program, exactly? Coming out of my tax dollars? Hell no! I've seen people do it. Nice, Breno. So I think... I don't think the idea of having showers is a bad practice, but I think you can easily incorporate... Again, affordability isn't, like, a fair enough thing to, like, hide, like, I don't think it's a fair enough thing to hide behind when we're talking about, like, the well-being of our children, like, the like, effects of them growing up. Like, again, we're forcing, like, in a lot of places, we'll have, like, Joe Pig situations where, you know, they see something at 7 that forever changes their ideas of the locker room, which is 100% fucking standable. But then they end up in school and gym class, and they end up being, like, you know, forced to change in a locker room, and Like, my gym class was literally graded on coming to, like, you know, like, coming to class wearing, like, you know, the proper, like, gym clothes. Like, you were basically graded on if you changed or not. Yeah, no, but at my school, you were basically literally graded based on like if you changed or not. Like if it was cold outside, and you wore shorts, like you were literally graded on if you changed. Thank you, Dead Fish Show. I agree. It's not like schools are profitable. Like schools are something that we pay money on because we care for our future. And I don't think it becomes one step further to be like, locker rooms are a bad practice, we should try to phase them out for the betterment of our future. Well, yeah, that's my point, is like, we're trying to make good environments for them. We're not trying to care about the cost to make a good environment. Like, I don't think it's an add-on that would be so much more expensive and wouldn't, like, cause so much more of a betterment. Like, I think that's my critique, whereas we say affordability, where it's not about, it shouldn't be about affordability for a school. It should be about what are the positives of this change. What are the positives of this change and how much would it cost? That's why I don't need you to tell me that locker rooms are more affordable. I need you to tell me how much more it would cost to make 30 little stalls. Because is the price really large enough? If we're making 30 stalls, is the price really large enough to where we shouldn't do it for the betterment of people and kids? And also, I think about it for, like, other situations, too. And, like, we also need to talk about the industry that youth sports is. Can we talk about how much money youth sports generates in America before we start talking about the affordability of it being safer for kids to be in those spaces? Let's talk about how much those sports generate before we talk about, like, affordability, because that's mostly deeply rooted in the idea of sport and, like, being in good fitness shape. And the youth sports generates over $40 billion in this country. So if we're taking some of that money to try and phase out the idea of locker room culture, which I think, again, outside of the affordability, like, what are the, we've come, the only benefit we had listed got subtracted, which was slapboxing, because you can slapbox anywhere. Because, again, we're literally grading people based on, like, because, like, this is the thing, too. At my school, like, you were kind of forced to use the fucking locker room. Like, again, I went to one gym class and skipped it, but I understood the assignment from, like, the first second I stepped foot in that, like, locker room. And then if you don't come to class properly dressed, if you don't change, that negatively affects your grade. Like, we're forcing kids to come to school and change to be able to, like, grade what exactly? They're how comfortable they are in something we shouldn't be forcing kids to be comfortable in? Like, I don't get it. Alright, you guys must have always been on the losing team? Nah, Jediah. Jediah, I was a winner. But I also grew up in a gym class where I didn't have to change for gym. It wasn't a requirement. Well, I grew up in a gym class that didn't give me letter grades ever, I don't think. Actually, no, that's not true. 7th and 8th grade, our grade for the class was graded 70% on our mile time. Thanks for like telling like fake horror stories. It's like good to like get use in my research. But this is my thought piece, Joe Pig. It's not my thought piece that locker rooms are bad, more of a sense. It's more of a sense of why is it not talked about. But, Jediah, they don't know that I'm getting so much off this stream. It's not even fearmonger. Are you gonna tell me terrible things haven't happened to people in locker rooms? Again, I hear all these fearmongering stories about people who are trans in locker rooms. Yet we don't talk about the things that happen to people who like, you know, just the experience of just locker rooms in general, regardless of like gender identity. Like, that's the only time I hear any talk of locker rooms, and it's so crazy to me. Because we can notice there's like a problem there, but that's the only time locker rooms are a problem. the camp night horror stories about the locker rooms. But again, the thing is, like, I can't even speak to... We're only speaking to one half of locker room culture. Like, I have no clue what it's like, what the idea of, like, growing up within the, like, locker culture it is for, like, you know... For like, again, like, a developing woman. Like, what is that locker room culture like? We haven't even spoke on that. We've only spoke on one side of the coin. Probably the same thing, but also you have to realize that that is a demographic of people who are way more based on the way of their looks, which causes, like, again, it is a group of people that are based way more on their looks, so it leads to way more insecurity. So when there's developing people, you're being forced, again, who are at different stages of their development, being forced to undress around each other, that only will infiltrate, certain insecurities people have. I actually need like a study on that. Like, you guys are like gonna convince me to doing a think piece on this. Like, what the hell are the odds you get like assaulted in like a locker room opposed to like, you know, other places? I need these studies. Like, I want it to like compare to like a bathroom. Like, can we get these studies? Like. You should do the think piece. Should I do it like... I'm uploading it to my main channel with Bed Wars in the background? No. When's your research paper coming out on this? Never. I'm playing Stardew Valley. I don't have time to do a research paper. Can someone do the research paper for me and I steal all the credit and just present the findings? Thanks. Yeah, Dead Fish Show. Me having to talk about, like, an issue. How many likes? Let's count how many likes there are. Let's count how long it goes on for. This is like 3-hour runtime, 1,500 likes. Like, there's one. Only 1,499 more to go. Dead Fish Show. Generally, if I was like to do a research paper on something, it would be like a 90-minute runtime at least. Like, I would just rant. Cause I wouldn't write a script. Cause that puts me in a box, you know? No scripts. Maybe I'd write an outline, but I wouldn't write a script. Scripts put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. At my school, one of the only two things you had to do to like graduate. Well, yeah, but like that's just for my to back up my ideas. A video like breaking down a system would have like the research paper to be like, well, here's my like facts and here's me citing my sources and stuff like that. But the video wouldn't just be you reading your research paper. Because Nabuck? So Babylon used to be like Nabuck. Or like, no, Babylon used to just be Babylon, but then they added a smaller version of Babylon, which was Nabuck. I think if I were to actually make a research paper on it, Joe Pig, and like actually like make a think piece on it, again, my idea wouldn't, like, my like topic point wouldn't be why are people, like, why do we still use locker rooms? My thought piece would more be like, why do we not talk about locker rooms the same way we talk about other things? Like, why do locker rooms get like this like it's just more like, why are locker rooms not talked about? Like, clearly so many people have issues with them. I don't, like, again, everyone in my chat has like said like okay, how about I ask this question? Would any, like, I don't know, like, would any of you, like, if you had the option to not have to do locker rooms, again, like, even email present this out, people don't prefer locker rooms. Like, the only reason you guys had to become comfortable with locker rooms or became indifferent with locker rooms, like, not a single person was like, oh, I like locker rooms. Which is, like, again, if no one even likes it, and the only issue is that we're, like, being, like, sold it on some affordability, because, again, I mean, of course something's gonna be affordable when nobody, like, talks about it to make better options. If no one's trying to innovate, then there doesn't become any other options. We just accepted the locker room as common practice, so we don't innovate. Like, this is too woke. Sorry. Let's go back talking about D. What more is there to say about locker rooms? Jedi, this is only half of this is only half of like the experience. Like, can we not do like an in deep depth like dive about like all the like atrocities that happen in the locker rooms that I'm not even really going into depth with because I don't even have my own personal experience, but we know they happen. How can you pivot this into Stardew Valley? I don't know. Watch this. Nikki! Yeah, exactly. Like, we're not talking about the female side. We've only talked about the school side, really. Like, I think, like, way more of my critique isn't even on the school side because I can acknowledge the fact that, like, the school side is, it'd be way harder to make, like, changes school side because how do you, like, again, it's hard to, like, do construction at a school to, like, change a system like that, but it's also just, like, the idea of, like, the public locker rooms when you go to different places, I feel like are way more, like, detrimental practices or, like, you know, for, like, stuff like that. Maybe have more female viewers use female locker rooms. Yeah, my bad, sorry. I have no female viewers, actually. Nikki didn't respond to me yelling her name. Does she hate me? Like, sorry my Bed Wars stream is male dominant. You're ruining the Stardew E-date. She got her dog to 5 stars last night. I need to get Lewis. I need to become best friends with Lewis today. He's at 9 stars. Make your viewers trans? Yeah, but that's not exactly the experience I'm necessarily like. I'm necessarily looking for. I'm looking because again, that is a stage of development. But again, I'm looking for the effect of locker rooms on like at a more developmental age. You need more female appeal? Some of my best viewers are female. Just because they're not here right now doesn't mean you need to shit talk me. Carly's lurking. Like, one of them has a job apparently, but that's a goat. There's someone who lurks and never talks. They're female. I love them. We got Carly. There's more. We have Cass. Cass DM me. Cass is with their boyfriend. Holy shit! Everyone's Wrapped is so bad this year. Is what I've deducted. Where's Ruby? Exactly, Ruby. Ruby's just busy with school, I think. Yeah, I don't think I want more male appeal. I think every time I stream I go, man, I wish I had less male appeal. Why? So many reasons. Some relaxing Stardew, true. Oh, there's also Christina, there you go. Some relaxing Stardew. Do you think anything I do is relaxing? Dead Official, I'm a competitor to my fucking core. Do you think my like competitive nature takes a break for Stardew? Do you wish you didn't appeal to Green Jedi 04? You're a doomer, Jediah. So like, I don't like doomers. 0. I haven't queued a game in months. I mean, like, sometimes I'm calm, but, like, everything's like a competition. I'll be calm once me and Nikki have, like, all, like, level 10 skills, Deadfisher. But until then, I have this need to be the first person to level 10 skills. How am I a doomer? Nice, Shadiah. Shadiah, you sit on the internet, like, defending Black Pill. And then you want me to be like, oh, I defend this doomer ideology. I don't really believe in it, but I care enough about the doomers to, like, defend them. And I also, you know, I also, like, very much critique your, like, idea of making change, like, attempting to make change if it doesn't happen in your lifetime. Like, just rage bait me. I don't even care. Watch this. Was that a good joke, guys? I was tapped out when he backstabbed me. I was deeming my favorite person in the world high, so I can go play Stardew. But she didn't respond, so I guess I have to play another game of Bed Wars. There's something to be said about the Black Pill, nothing good about the Black Pill. Poke Plaza. Correcting you on definition isn't defending. It's not. It wasn't even on definitions though. I talk about how the like it's deeply rooted in like a disdain and hatred for women. And you go, no, it's not. And then I you know I look it up and every single thing I see says, well, you know, actually. And then you go, well, they're just not doing good enough research. They're just not talking to people who believe it. Hot 6-7. Yeah, I think that's normal. But then you then come back and say, well, what we were arguing about wasn't even the Black Pill, it was lookism. So it's like you say you're correcting me on definitions, then you come back and say that like we weren't even arguing about the thing you said we were arguing about or that I was talking about, like which you you connected the lookism to the Black Pill and then said we weren't arguing about the Black Pill, but then went back and doubled back and said we were. Where it's like, are you correcting me on definitions or are you still not even sure of the definitions of everything yourself? Intellectual dishonesty is not good, Reese. Like, nice. Like, I haven't told a single lie. You keep calling me a liar, yet, like, every time, like, you know, I come back with, like, a fact to, like, be like, well, you said I said, you know, I said this, and I did say this, and this is how you responded. Because last time you said I was a liar, you said I was a liar because I never cited any sources. But then I responded to like me citing a source, and then like it became, well, you know, the news, like, you know, news doesn't do good research. Like, you know, it was first that news didn't do good enough research to just, it's the news that's not trustworthy. So which is it? Like, I walked off. I think Better Wars makes a comeback now. Shadiah is so good at rage baiting. So first you said, I mean, the difference is news outlets don't research it well, and I responded to that message, and then you go, news outlets aren't trustable sources, where it's like I don't know, like, I'm citing the only sources I get when I look up the Black Pill, because again, I think that's a more conductive idea to think about people's thoughts is based on what people, like, what people classify the behaviors as. If that's everyone's definition of it, then I feel like my definition of it is rooted in like. But then your argument is, well, no, they say they're different. Where it's like, again, there's so many people who do things that are hateful towards people and negatively affect people. And then if you ask them, well, are your beliefs, you know, are your beliefs rooted in hatred? And you'd be like, no, they're not. Where it's like, what is asking the people like about their beliefs do when people are weighing the actions of the people with those beliefs? Am I writing a college paper about the black pill? Or am I doing my first little research to look up, well, you know, they hate women. Like I didn't know when I talked to you, I'm writing a college paper. My bad, like, again, this is the point where it's like, to have a conversation with you now, I'm expected to do, like, these, like, deep, like, dives of, like, research. Like, on something that I truly state again, time and time again, I just think is, like, loser brain rot. Like, that was my critique from the start, that it was loser brain rot, and then you go, well, the halo effect is real. Like, if that's not defending, then what is it? Is that not defending the belief? Because that was the whole thing that started us ever talking about the black pills. Me calling it meaningless brain rot, and you said, well, the halo effect is real. Like, if that's not defending it, then what is defense? There's no intellectual conversations to be had about the black pill! We can talk about why it exists, but the existence of it isn't intellectual. The intellectual, like, belief of being like, well, I'm depressed, I'm blaming the world. Like, I don't know, let's talk about maybe why, we can talk about why they hate the world. It's not really, like, a very complex conversation because it boils down really easily. Thanks, Saber. No, my bed! Are they both gonna void? I need them both to void. Oh, I walked off. Oops. But then, like, I say things, and then I get labeled as, like, lying or intellectually dishonest and all this stuff, where it's like, am I misrepresenting any of the conversation? Because I feel as if I'm not. And again, every time we say, like, I bring up where it's like, I didn't know that I was citing a source for a college essay. So you say it's not good enough for a college essay, but it's good enough for me in DMs. Like, because again, I didn't feel like when we're having a conversation, I'm writing something that needs to be graded on. I'm sharing my opinion and sharing something else that also shares that opinion. Like, again, it's just opinions. I'm not writing a research paper to sell you on it. At the end of the day, our discussions are opinions, not research papers, right? Like, that's what I'm confused about. No, the only thing Jediah was sending me is people's own accord. That was Jediah's rebuttal to everything I said, was sending me, like, the people, and saying, well, you know, look what they're saying. Where it's like, what they're saying compared to what behavior it leads to doesn't, like... Arguing about giving up in the halo effect. I think he's Jester Maxing. But that might be the best message ever sent in my chat. I don't know. But this guy's on my team one game. They do have some funny terms. But E-Mary, again, as I've said from the very start, it's just brain rot. See, this is what I mean too with like when I have like conversation with Jediah. Jediah goes, "Well, I just want to have an intellectual conversation with my friend," and then but then it always comes back to, "Well, you don't even understand what I'm saying, anyways." So like, if I'm never gonna understand anything that's being said because it's all above my head, why are you having intellectual conversations with me in the first place? Well, actually, you thought I would understand it when my first response was it's all rooted in brain rot, and I've been saying that it is a terrible philosophy ever since you were watching those DBDR videos. Like, again, you were watching this guy's videos, just buying into the black pill, buying into all this stuff, and I just go, wow, this guy loves being miserable. like, it's just like, it's not people trying to, like, it's not people trying to do anything other than cope with the fact that they want to sulk in their misery, and I don't think it's a useful idea to even talk about or like give like any thought to. Because again, I don't think I understand how you can end up sulking in your misery, but I think one of the craziest things to do is be, well, I'm miserable. I want to push my like how miserable I am onto other people. Like, me being miserable is other people's faults. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's not serious, Deadfisher. I just think it's, like, again, I think the whole ideology is something that should be critiqued, not something that should be propped up. Because again, I'm not saying it isn't real, and I'm not saying I don't understand how people fall into it, but I'm saying that doesn't mean we prop it up or, like, fight for it. My definition of it just being brain rot that people are using to cope with things isn't necessarily that far from the fucking basis of what it is. Because I don't care, because like, Jedi, this is the thing too, it's not that I don't understand it, I understand this attempt you're trying to make, but there's overlap, and I don't care about the nuance of these brain rot communities. I'm not intrigued by the manosphere to begin with. It's actually the deep, dark spaces of it. Yeah, like, exactly, there's a lot of overlap. There's, like, and again, you like, say all this stuff, but like, if you look up the black pill, like, that's my point. When I look up anything to, like, be like, okay, let's see what other people say. Because, again, I'm not really looking for academic research to back up my theory. I'm looking up, what do people say about this? And every single thing you search up when you search up the black pill groups them all together. So is it just everyone being intellectually dishonest, or is there enough people who noticed the overlap? Like, hi, Mr. Go. Well then, Jediah. Again, as I've been asking is, I've been waiting for you to send me something that says it that isn't people of their own accord saying it about the black pill. The only people you can, like, get your definition of the black pill from are people who are part of the black pill. Which, again, I don't care to get my definition of what a white supremacist is based on what a white supremacist says a white supremacist is and what they do. You look at the practice of, like, what they do and how they act it. You like... It's a mindset. Mindset leads to action. Like, hello? Does how you think not influence how you act? Well, I mean, I guess probably not, because it's all predetermined. Just genetics, rip. I mean, it's just your genetics that made you act that way. Okay, Jedi, then what is it? Oh, you're gonna love his definition. Yeah, yeah! What, the definition of that every Y chromosome is just doing an elaborate mating ritual isn't it, what isn't a suffice definition? Because that's what you sent me as the definition. Good morning, Poodle. They have Abby on their bed. Uh-oh. They have Abby on their bed. Hello, Omnijotl. Like, I don't know, I don't like airing all this out, but when you continually, like, insult me and call me, like, you call me a liar, call me intellectually dishonest, and you do all of this stuff, like, how do you expect me to respond when you, like, are, like, again, like, you're insulting me? I don't care to explain it to chat? You don't care to explain the fact that you literally said what a definition of, like, what it was, like... It's not a mindset, it's just a worldview. Come on, guys. My worldview doesn't impact my mindset at all. They're separate. Come on. How I view the world doesn't affect how I act at all. Is that the argument? And I'm being intellectually dishonest? And this is your argument? Nikki needs to come back. I want to play Stardew. She's gone. She's dead forever. Spotify thinks I'm 50? Nice. I love water. There you guys go. Wait, sorry, I didn't get it all. Where does it end? Subverted by... There you guys go. It's a lot of words, yeah. Graduated from BPA, let's go! Like, again, I hate doing this, but, like, you're insulting me. Like, you're calling me, I don't know, like, the conversation is, like, think I'm wrong, but then don't come and call me intellectually dishonest. Don't call me a liar. Like, don't name call me, because, again, I'm an emotional bitch. I'm going to respond, like, accordingly on how I feel. And I do not like being called names when I'm going into a discussion, like, trying to have it, like, you know. Again, I don't have a discussion, I want to air it out. Like, I can disagree with you and keep it to myself, but then, well... I can disagree on the inter workings of it. I can keep to myself what you say, and then you call me you call me dishonest. Like, we're like, am I being dishonest about anything? You know, I actually woke up to a link to the Selfish Gene video today. I mean, yeah, you are, but you don't even understand what I don't really care because, as I said, you don't understand what I even said. I'm confused because you're not explaining it to me. I'm asking how is a worldview different than like how is a worldview any different from like a mindset, and how are they not like separate from each other? You can separate worldview and mindset? Because I think my worldview 100% factors into my mindset, and I know others who would say the same. Like, I don't understand what I don't understand. Instead of getting it, like, explained to me, I'm getting, like... Well, of course, we have animal traits, but we also have a bunch of factors that animals don't have. Like, there's a... You think you love you think you love your prefrontal cortex. That's what I'm saying, Win-Wide. Like, that's how I feel. And nobody else distinguishes against them either. And so I was like, it's not like I didn't look. It's not like I popped up the first source and was like, well, this confirms my beliefs. Like, I looked. I looked because I actually wanted an in-depth thought piece of something that was separating them, and I couldn't find it. And I never got sent anything in rebuttal to that other than people's own thoughts on their worldview. I'm being told I'm being intellectually dishonest, but I tried to do it the service of finding any study or article that separated the two, and I couldn't. Like, I couldn't find anything that separated the two forces. Because he was telling me it was something different, so I tried to find literally anything to be like, okay, Jedi says something different, let me see if there's something different, and I couldn't! I couldn't find any papers or anything that differentiated the black pill from all the other, like, manosphere incel cultures. I just couldn't. And if I'm intellectually dishonest for not being able to find something that disagrees with that, or like that like, you know, agrees with your point, I'm sorry. Which part's in good faith? Dead Fisher, should I talk about your chromosomes and your sexual orientation? Because that's not real, you know. I'm so... I'm so fucked. It's a good song. Chromosomes are LARP, true. I keep getting called intellectually dishonest and get told I'm a liar. Like, what? And again, yeah, you dismiss everything I say as don't understanding and all this stuff. And so all of my opinions just get, like, whittled down. And so, wow. So, wow, part of me does bring it into a setting where I can have people actually factor in my thoughts and ideas on things. Because when I share them, I just get told I don't understand things. Like, yeah, I'm always crashing out, Hetty. I just want an engagement in something that can, I don't get anything. I get definitions from the black pill, which again is not what I'm looking for. I haven't gotten what I've looked for. I want a paper that just or some other source that is not from the black pill that can at least back up what you're saying of the differentiates of the two. And again, now you said it's a worldview, and that worldviews don't affect people's mind, people's mindsets too. And it's like, how do I dissect that? Because I don't believe that. Because you defended this one so hard and carried this one out so hard, and again, I was the one who originally just said this is just mindless brain rot, and then you defended the halo effect. From the very start, I just called it brain rot. Oh, my diamond sword didn't buy. Rip. You defended the halo effect, which led into all of this. I called it brain rot. I suck. Yeah, the halo effect, Akanchi. You not tapped in? And Jedi, you can't say that I was the only one who brought it back up. Like, you didn't message me throughout time to also say things. And also, send me some, TikTok at one point that tried to, prove that, of course people were, treated differently because of their looks. Is the halo effect not real? The concept of what you consider the halo effect is very subjective. And that's my whole critique of the halo effect. It's that people who, are more attractive get treated better. That's the whole philosophy. But my rebuttal to that is always, what people get treated better is also deeply rooted in what people are told or looked good, which is also just ruled by the ruling class. So if we have a bunch of people saying that they're what looks good, and they're in more control of what looks good, then they're already the ones who are in control of being able to pick these things, so aren't they already the ones who get treated better? I'm not saying that people don't get treated better based on their looks. I'm saying the whole concept of how much of a difference it is hard for me to actually quantify, based on the definition of what it is. I'm funny? So, yeah, no, I've never once said that the halo effect isn't real. I'm just questioning its validity. Of how true it is. The Y chromosome. Made your whole life an elaborate mating ritual with shapes. I'm gonna lose to this guy for the second time this stream. I mean, like, yeah, like, that's, like, kind of, like, my, like, that's, like, a big thought of my, I mean, a big point of my thought, too, is also deeply rooted in the fact that I think that in terms of objectifying people is done, of course, across all people. But based on my knowledge of the two cultures, there's way more objectifying of people within the male culture than the female culture. So it's like, they're the ones who do a lot more of the objectifying and then go and run about, like, some lookism or something. Where it's like, how about we just have the opinion that, you know, our culture that promotes this is bad. Not say it's some real thing and we have to accept it's real. Because, again, it disregards the effect, the effect of culture on things. Again, also, why do we think the idea of what is attractive is different in different cultures? Do we not think it's because it's heavily influenced on what people are led to believe is attractive? So people get treated better based on what they're told is more attractive, which again ties back to, like, it's all subjective. Like, I think that's just a part of it, because I don't think it's not true. I think that people who are deemed to look better do get treated better. But that's not, like, the way of life is like my whole rebuttal is, like, that's why, like, the validity of it is, like, this is something that was created. This is something that I don't think really just, like, I don't know. Don't talk, you make me angry. Who makes you angry, Nikki? I like how quiet it is. It's so peaceful. Nah, bro, looks are a principle of life. You're cooked if you don't look good. Fuck. Don't tell me I can't love shapes. Nikki, you're adorable. Hey, but this aspect of the lookism doesn't tie into the BP win. Why? You're not understanding your definitions. There's nothing you can do about your looks. So can you please stop misconstruing these things? Thank you. I don't know. I think there's things I want to say, but I'm keeping to myself. And that's where I leave it at. Just be rich, brutal. There you guys go, I got you. Yeah, but then they're just using you for your money, E-Mary. And you're less likely to be rich if you don't look good, according to the halo effect. So lock in. You're just doomed. Yeah, might as well give up. Reese gets it? No, I don't get the black pill. I don't understand it. Please don't say I get it. That'd be intellectually dishonest. I'm tired of the upper class, Dead Fisher. Dead Fisher, Halsey was on my Spotify Wrapped. Just want to let you know that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you. She has never went on mine. How many minutes? Like 2,000. She was 4th, I think? 4th or 3rd, I can't remember. No, I think she was 4th. I can't remember. I had 40k minutes in total. I had 4 times your minutes. I'm a loser. I had 50k, I mogged you. Lupe was my #1. That's good. That's good looks for this year, though. But I didn't have, like, good songs on my list because my songs are just, like, songs that I cycled. Or, like, that got played a lot through my linked. I spent 4,000 minutes listening to podcasts this year, guys. I told the person who put me on to Kiro about that, Hikanchi. I listened to baseball podcasts. One of them gave me like one of those like I got a special message from Trevor Plouffe. How about that? Music artist. How about that, Hikanchi? I got a special message from Trevor Plouffe. What the hell is blowback? Guys, I streamed for 4 hours today, so what did we learn? How did we get me to stream for 4 hours? Win given. Rage bait? Jedi, it's not fucking rage bait. And Jedi, it's not worth it to rage bait your friend, because it makes me view you less. And that's why I argued the black pill so much, because you defending it made me view you less, and like defending the Halo effect. Yeah, but like, Brando, that doesn't work. When my friends rage bait me, sure, you make me angry, but the only reason you're able to make me angry is because you're my friend and I actually view you highly, and I think, like, the practice of, like, just rage baiting a friend is a terrible practice anyways, where it's like, again. Like, if I'm gonna have a friend who's just gonna rage bait me, I'm not gonna be their friend. Like, I don't, like... Yeah, like... Or it's like, that's not how I feel like a friendship to be. Like, I don't, like, I'll fuck with my friends now and then, but I won't, like, try to make them angry. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I wake up again at a good time tomorrow. If you're not joining my Discord or YouTube, I'm gonna go play Stardew with my beautiful girlfriend. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here.